Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. Students, this is part 5 of the chapter surface areas and volumes. In this part 5, we will do discussion of the doubts that some cadets have asked, and later we will go for learning surface area and volume of a cylinder. Coming to the doubts, some cadets have asked in this question 8 of the exercise 13.5 doubt. In this question we have got a cube of side 12 centimeter given, and that cube of 12 centimeter side is cut into 8 cubes of equal volume, and the question is what will be the side of new cube. That is the first question, and further find the ratio between their surface areas. This is second question. You have learned that a cube will have volume as side cube. So, volume of bigger one, let us say it is of edge 12, thus we have 12 cube being the volume, and volume of smaller cube, assuming that A is the side of or the edge of it, and volume of bigger cube is equals to 8 times the volume of smaller cube, which means 12 cube is equal to 8 times a cube. On solving this, 8 being 2 cube, I am writing this 12 cube as 2 cube into a cube, and further 12 cube is equal to 2 times a whole cube. Here I have used a power m into b power m is a into b whole power m. So, thus we have 2a equals to 12. It implies a equals to 6 centimeter. So, I got the side of a smaller cube. Here we have assumed side of a smaller cube as A. Now, assuming that let A is the edge of a smaller cube. So this is, with that assumption we got. Now moving on to the ratio of surface areas. Now ratio of the surface areas where surface area of bigger cube by surface area of smaller cube. You know, surface area 6 times of 12 square will be for the bigger one, 6 times 6 square where we found side as for a smaller cube 6 centimeter. Now this 6 get cancels, and moving to the further 12 into 12 upon 6 into 6, on cancellation here we have 12 cancels with 6, 1s are 6, 2s are. Similarly here 6 1s are 6, 2s are. So 2 2s 4 by 1 1s are 1. So that's how we got 4:1 being the ratio of their surface areas. So after clarifying this doubt, I'll move on to the next question. Question number 9. See children, I gave you this question as homework yesterday. A river 3 meter deep, 40 meter wide is flowing at the rate of 2 km per hour. How much water will fall into the sea in a minute? Let's say a sea is receiving water when water is flown from the river. Now when water is flowing and falling into the sea, and here depth is given, depth it is 3 meter, and wide is given, wide is 40 meter. So here in the solution, depth is 3 meter, wide is 40 meter, and if you know length, that it is flown, then I can say its volume. Here rate at the 2 km per hour it is flowing, and he has already given time in a minute. So let us take in 60 minutes, where 1 hour is nothing but 60 minutes. In 60 minutes it is flowing 2000 meters. Why? Because 2 km converted into meters gives you 2000 meters, where here if I take in a 1 minute, it is 200 by 6 meters it flow, on cancellation it gives me 100 by 3 meters it flow. So I got 100 by 3 meters as the length. Now volume of the water flown will come as LBH, length into breadth into height, with that 100 by 3 into 3 into 40, it gives us and 4, this 3 cancels, 4,000 meter cube of water it flows into the sea. So this is how we solve this question. Now with this I will wind up regarding surface areas and volumes of a cube and cuboid. Now we will move on to a new topic about cylinder. So before we go for learning it, watch this video which is self-explanatory one. Okay. So students, you have seen the video. Now we will go for summarizing what you have seen. If we fold a rectangular sheet with one side as its axis, then it forms a cylinder. It is the curved surface of the cylinder and if this curved surface is covered by two parallel circular bases, then it forms a right circular cylinder like this. Here you need to know, children, some important terminology, that is axis of a cylinder. Axis of a cylinder is just nothing but a line segment joining center of the upper circular surface with the center of bottom circular surface. If I say center of the upper circular surface as O and bottom circular surface center as O dash, this O dash is called axis. And here the angle between the axis and any radius drawn either in the bottom or in the top will be right angle. That is the reason we call this as right circular cylinder. Here if you observe, right circular cylinder, right because the angle between the axis and radius or any line segment on the circular region base is right angle, and base of this cylinder is circle, that's why it is called right circular cylinder. Now moving on to the types of cylinders. We have got right circular cylinder, you have already seen. Normally length of the axis is considered as height, and you know radius is r, radius of any base, either top base or bottom. Then if there is no right angle, instead of right angle if I have less than right angle, we call it as oblique cylinder. You could see a oblique cylinder, which is not a right circular cylinder, it's an oblique circular cylinder. And then another is right circular hollow cylinder. It is also called right circular hollow cylinder or cylindrical shell. Okay. Now here this right circular hollow cylinder is also called cylindrical shell. Now moving on to the another important concept called surface areas and volumes of this right circular cylinder. Students, if we take a number of circular sheets like this and stack them up, what would we get? Now watch the figure. Here I am taking, and one more I'll take it on top of that, one more I'll take top of on that, and likewise I'll take so many, stack them up. Now I got all these circular sheets forming a cylinder. That means here I can say the integration of these circular sheets which have negligible thickness bringing considerable thickness, isn't it? You know, area of one sheet is pi r square, and area of such so many, if I keep one over the other, will give a considerable volume, isn't it? Here one way volume is the sum of the areas of all these circular sheets. How many are there? Let us say I have got maybe n in number, where each sheet is of very minute, like millimeter, 1 millimeter. That means the total length of that n sheets will become n millimeter, isn't it? That means one way this n gives the length of them only, na? So one way that n is giving height. Okay, let's say h times I have them height number of times. That means here pi r square, I have added 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus for h times. That's how it comes into h being the volume of a cylinder. So volume of a cylinder is pi r square, that is area of the base, into height. Now let us go for another important topic called surface area and surface area, in that curved surface area and total surface area of a right circular cylinder. See children, these formulas we have already learned in our class 8th. If you could recollect from the video also, curved surface area is area of that rectangle, where area of that rectangle is 2 pi r into h. Okay, with that video you have already understood. And total surface area of a right circular cylinder is area of a curved surface area plus 2 times of the area of bases. That's how we learnt. So TSA is curved surface area plus 2 times the area of the base, where curved surface area we learnt it as in class 8 perimeter of the base into height. That's how 2 pi r is the perimeter of the circular shape. You know, it is called circumference, and into height gives you CSA, and 2 pi r h plus 2 times of pi r square, where area of the base, circular base is pi r square. So in this 2 pi r, if you take common, it gives you 2 pi r of h plus r. That's how this formula comes. And you know, volume, area of the base into height. That's how pi r square into h will come. Okay. Now surface area and volume of a hollow right circular cylinder. Here, you know, hollow right circular cylinder will have only that shell portion, inside it is hollowness. Okay. Now best example for this hollow circular cylinder is your ballpoint pen refill or normal PVC pipe where water flows. They are all examples. Now for this curved surface area, TSA and volume. CSA is CSA of outer or a bigger cylinder. Okay, CSA of bigger cylinder plus CSA of smaller cylinder. So we have CSA of a bigger cylinder being 2 pi capital RH. What is capital R? Capital R is radius of bigger cylinder. Radius of bigger cylinder or external radius. And what is small r? Small r is radius of inside that hollowness cylinder, or we say radius of smaller cylinder. So 2 pi r small h. You know, some of them, when we take 2 pi h common, gives you 2 pi h of r plus r, capital R plus small r. Now TSA of this cylindrical shell, you know, CSA plus area of this circular paths. You know, area of a circular path you have learnt in class 7th. Areas of a circular path means area of a bigger circle minus area of a smaller circle. That gives you area of a circular path alone. So pi capital R square minus pi small r square, pi common, capital R square minus small r square will come within bracket, and that is for upper time, I mean for upper one once, for bottom one second time, that is 2 times. Okay. Now volume of a right circular cylinder. Volume of a right circular cylinder, similarly this volume of a bigger cylinder minus volume of smaller cylinder. That's how this volumes difference will give you volume of this cylindrical shell. Okay, we will summarize today's part with one example. Here is the example. Find the total surface area of a hollow cylinder whose length is 22 centimeter and external radius is 7 centimeter with 1 centimeter thickness. See children, external radius means capital R is 7 and smaller thickness is 1 centimeter, means small r will be capital R minus that thickness. That's how the 6 centimeter will come for smaller. Okay, and h is given already 22 centimeter. So capital R 7 centimeter, smaller 6 centimeter, since the thickness of the wall is 1 centimeter. The total surface area of a hollow cylinder is 2 pi r h of capital R plus smaller, I mean capital R plus smaller. This is CSA of the shell, and cylindrical shell will have CSA of the shell along with the 2 times of circular paths, one for above and one for below bases. So substituting the values 22, 7 and r, h, capital R and small r respectively, here 2 pi 22 times of 7 plus r is 13 and 2 pi 72 minus 62 will give here. On solving it, we'll get 1878.67 centimeter square as the total surface area of hollow cylindrical shell. With this, I'll wind up today's session. Take care of yourself. Jai Hind. Thank you.